Alright guys, welcome back. So today what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the Magpul M-Lok Handstop kit. We'll go over what the kit comes with, kind of how it goes together, and then we'll get it installed on the rifle. But up until now, what I've been running on this rifle was the Magpul M-Lok vertical grip, and it worked out really well, and I normally run my vertical grips kind of as a hand stop anyhow. But I wanted to take this off and give the actual hand stop kit a try. I've run multiple different hand stop kits on other rifles, including the Magpul XTM hand stop kit. I run a BCM hand stop on my SIG MCX, so I do like the hand stop, so I just wanted to kind of give this one a try to see how it was going to work out. So I'll move the vertical grip out. Now here laid out on the table are going to be the contents of the box minus this Allen wrench. It does not come with that, and you will need an 1/8 inch Allen wrench to put all this together. Now you'll probably notice that the actual hand stop itself is already assembled and put together, and that's because I actually have had this on the rifle already. And if you've seen the video I did just a couple days ago when I did an update on the studio out here and all that, I did give you guys a quick look at the rifle with the hand stop kit on it. But I did wanted to do kind of a separate video on this hand stop kit by itself, just in case anybody out there is looking for a nice M-Lok hand stop kit, and you're maybe thinking about this one, but you wanted to know a little more about it or see it more up close or whatever. So I did take it off, and I'm going to show you guys all this up close, but I didn't want to take it all apart because the screws do have Loctite on it, and I didn't want to, take the screws on and off and ruin the Loctite and have to reapply it, all that stuff. So I'll just try to show you the best I can, all the different pieces and kind of how it went together. So this right here, the actual hand stop itself, is 3 pieces. Now the front and the back, these actual hand stop pieces can be removed and actually used as standalone units if you want to. This center piece with this section here in the center is one big piece, and the hand stop's actually screwed down onto them. Now you'll probably notice that you do have one screw here in the front on the small section of the hand stop, and then you're going to have 2 screws. You got one down in there and one there on the front for this rear section, and you just run the screws through it, and then you've got these little locking nuts, and those just screw onto the bottom side of it, and these are what actually lock everything onto your rail. So that's the 3 pieces there. It does come with an extra rail panel here that you can run up here in the front. If you do want to wrap your your finger around the front, you do have a little extra protection or something to grip onto there. So you do get a lot of options on how you can run this. You can run it just this, you can run it with this in front, or again you can run the hand stop pieces in individual sections. And then also included, you get 3 extra screws with the Loctite on it, I guess just in case you lose any, or you want to run it in different configurations or whatever. So that's what you're going to get inside the box, and that's kind of how everything goes together. Now again, you do have to supply your own 1/8 inch wrench, so make sure you have one of those before you get started. So let's go ahead and flip the rifle up, and we'll get this thing kind of put on. So with your little, I guess, T-nuts or whatever you want to call these things that actually lock into the M-Lok rail, you just want to make sure that they're all in line with each other so you can slip them down into the M-Lok rail section. So just make sure they're all lined up, and then just kind of get that in place where you think you're going to want it. And as you're putting it on, they're probably going to get a little crooked on you, so just kind of work it in until you get it all down just like that. Make sure they are all down in there and flush. So once you have it down on in there like that, here's one of the things with the M-Lok. Now I see a lot of people say that you can get these set and run it to the right depth, and then all you got to do is like quarter turns to get these things on and off. With all the M-Lok stuff that I've used, I've never been able to do that. I just always put it on there, tighten it until it gets tight, and then I have to loosen it until everything lines up. So I haven't been lucky enough to actually run it, I guess, the correct way. So I just get it on there and then make sure everything is in place, and then I just kind of turn it until it gets tight. And you don't have to go super tight with this stuff. I can't remember exactly what the torque spec is. If I can find that, I'll annotate it here in the video. So just make sure everything is lined up again and everything is down into the sections, and then you can just take your Allen wrench and turn it until everything is nice and snug. Now for this extra piece, if you do want to install it here in the front, if you are going to run your finger around the front piece of this hand stop, this center section on here does come out, and that's kind of how you are going to attach it to the rail. So this is actually designed to take a bullet tip to take this apart, but I actually don't have any ammunition out here with me right now, so I'm just going to take this little little Allen wrench and get up underneath there and kind of pop this out just like that. You can kind of see how it popped out. So what you want to do is just sit that over the rail section just like that. Make sure it snaps down into place, and then take your top piece, which has these little pieces right here that are going to snap down in between there, and when that snaps into place, it'll lock it down in that M-Lok section, just kind of like that. Now, I don't know how well you could hear that, but it did snap into place. So there is kind of how the hand stop is going to look once you have it installed. Now, I have already had these panels on here, and as you can see, 3 of these sections will line up perfectly with the hand stop itself. Alright, so now here's a closer look at the hand stop after it's installed on the rifle with all the contents from the package, with the hand stop itself, and then the extra panel up here in the front if you want to run it that way. But I also wanted to give you guys a close-up on this just to show you how much texture is on this hand stop kit and how much grip you're going to get if you decide to run this, especially if you decide to add the extra rail panels here on the side. I don't know how well it's going to come across, but this texturing on these panels and on the hand stop kit itself is just very aggressive. And if you have sweaty hands, wet hands, bloody hands, whatever, I really don't see you ever being able to slip off of these rail panels with this texture. It's very, very aggressive, and I think they did an excellent job with the texturing being not too aggressive to where it's going to cut your hands up or anything, but you're definitely going to get a good grip on the rifle in various conditions. Alright guys, so there is a look at the Magpul M-Lok Handstop kit and what it comes with, how it goes together, and kind of what it looks like on the rifle. Now, before I close this video out, there is one more thing that I do want to show you as far as products from Magpul go, and that is the snap-in rubberized type rail covers. And I do have videos on this already when I first bought this stuff for the rifle, but I just wanted to mention this in the video since I did show these textured side panels. Now, when I first showed this, I got a few comments asking why I would buy such a slim rail to get that nice slim profile and then add a bunch of bulk to it. Now, first of all, this Magpul Handstop kit and these rail panels do not add much bulk at all. I think it's maybe less than 1/8 of an inch, so you're not making the rail super bulky by any means. But in my experience with these very slim rails, and this one in particular, is that if you take the rifle out and you're going to do any type of extensive shooting with it, whether it's if you're going to shoot more than one magazine through it, these things get very, very hot. The first time I took it out without any rail covers on it at all, if I was going to shoot a few magazines through it back to back, I would have to sit the rifle down and let it cool off, or I'd have to go get a pair of gloves. It just got that hot. So I like having this on there not only for the the traction with the the nice texturing on this, but you got to have something for the heat because it is going to get very hot. And that's kind of why I've got this ladder rail cover up here on the top, if you were wondering why that is there. I just wanted protection all the way around it where I know my hand's going to be every time to keep my hands from getting burnt. So if you don't want to add the the bulk with these covers here, you can opt for this and just kind of snap these in, and it'll be a much more low profile design, and it would go well with the hand stop kit as well. So I just wanted to show you that option just in case you're the type of person that wants to keep it very, very thin and you might not have liked the extra bulk of these or whatever. So I was just showing you guys options. But anyhow guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions or comments about this video or anything else you see here on the channel, ask those in the comment section below and I'll do my best to get back with you. And as always, I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody subscribing, and we'll catch you in the next one.